On behalf of the Board of Education and Administration of Salem High School, we would like to welcome you to the historic SVS Stadium for today's contest featuring our guests, the West Branch Warriors, and our hometown Salem Quakers. In order to make today's contest as enjoyable as possible, please represent your school and community in a positive manner. That means follow the rules, act responsibly, show courtesy and respect for your fellow fans, officials, coaches, administrators, and of course, your team and opponent. Let's make today's contest great while remembering to respect the game. Thank you. The officials assigned to this contest have been selected and assigned according to the procedures adopted by OHSAA and the Eastern Buckeye Conference. Now for the lineups. First, with the visiting Warriors. Number 2, sophomore, Kason Reaver. Number 7, sophomore, Gavin Clemens. Number 27, junior, Xander Culbertson. Number 11, junior, Trey Thomas. Number 12, senior, Will Weingart. Number 9, senior, Cody McKenzie. Number 25, senior, Lane Lippiett. Number 16, senior, Nathan Labros. Number 8, senior, Griffin Flickinger. Number 10, senior, Matthew Setterblum. And number 22, senior, Bryce Beery. And now the starting lineup for your Salem Quakers. Number 22, freshman Jake Davis. Number 13, freshman Max Zacharias. Number 15, sophomore Logan Berger. Number 14, sophomore Aaron Fletcher. Number 20, junior Andrew Beck. Number 24, captain junior Luke Davis. Number 12, junior Troy Gibson. Number 17, junior Corey Plunkett. Number 1, junior Colin Brisson. Number 19, captain Lance Bailey. And number 6, captain Camden Sampson. Please rise for the pledge.
All right, hello and welcome to Steel Valley Soccer. We're here to watch the West Branch Warriors at the Salem Quakers. I'm Tim Walsh. I'm here with Dan Conley. Dan, how you doing?
I'm glad to be here today.
Yeah,
glad to be glad to be here. Glad to be a part of the team.
You hear the national anthem song like that. I don't know about you, but it makes me want to play.
Oh, absolutely. That was always a hard thing as a coach when you feel that adrenaline pre-game just to go sit down.
Get all amped up to say, all right, sit, let's go team. Coming in today, we have the West Branch Warriors, who are 11-3-0, I believe. They're on a pretty good stretch of games here. If they win tonight, they will secure second place. Not what they wanted exactly, but hey, not too bad either. On the other hand, we have Salem, who right now is 7-4-2. So, what do you see in warm-ups, Dan, that kind of sticks out to you?
Isn't that funny that pre-game, even as a player, you look over and try to see how the other team, how they're passing the ball, their touch, how they shot. We both saw it. One of the players from West Branch, I think it was number 10, hit an absolute rocket off the woodwork. Kind of saw that. Saw Lance Bailey practicing his free kicks that we saw last year.
Yeah, that we forgot to film.
Pretty cool. This is their kick cancer, fight cancer.
Kick for the cure, yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty cool to be here, see how every school does something like that. So,
absolutely. I was just crossing midfield as I think it was Cedar Bloom hit the uprights, and man, I got a little bit scared. I was 50 yards away. But always love coming here. It's a historic place, historic field. They got the plaques outside that talk all about the history of it, and General Riley, and it's just right up my alley with the original brick wall and the school that's been here for seems like forever.
Would you say it's just a brick on the wall? Sorry.
Is that Pink Floyd?
Yeah.
I
have to admit, this is one of my favorite stadiums to go to. It just feels like it's rich with history, like you said. And it's below ground a little bit halfway through, which also is pretty cool.
Yeah, and we got it kicked off. Starting off, we have no Cade Pasco for the Quakers. Had a rolled ankle. He's going to sit this one out. Probably hurt just a little bit. But you see some of the skill there already from the Quakers.
Both teams have a pretty good amount of players who play club in the offseason, so some year-round players out there.
Yeah, and coming here, it's talking to Coach Ziegler. And he has an assistant coach, Brad Davis, who used to coach here against me when I was at Fitch, and talking to his father, who used to be a coach here, who's up here in the booth on the next spot over. So it's fun to see. It's fun to talk all the old names and all the old teams that used to be good. And, I think he has the same affliction we do, Dan, that he can talk forever about soccer.
Right. I don't know why you said affliction. Made me think of like early 2000 T-shirts.
You got a Kelly Pavlik reference in there, sure.
Yeah. Just threw off my whole train of thought.
Yeah, I know. I ruined it. I do that. Just a little hands up. Is that number 17?
Yeah, setting the tone, I think. Early foul to let them know who's here.
Corey Plunkett with the foul. Free kick from it feels like forever from the goal.
Salem giving them quite a bit of room to work with here.
Yeah, they know something that we should be aware of here. He's got it.
Das Boot.
They almost connected on that 37 and 1,000th
Yeah.
yard ball in the air.
He hit a guy right in the foot, it seemed like.
Yeah.
Was that Cedar Bloom coming from his outside mid-position? I like that. Play the way you face. Little 1-2 touch. Use your trapdoor, as I've heard people call it before. This is good spacing. Just can't connect on the pass that wants to get to the far side and switch fields.
It's good patient play from Salem, 2 minutes into the game. And they really haven't had too many attempts in the offensive zone, but they've been very patient with the ball thus far.
Easy for you to say.
Yeah.
It looks like everybody had like a little sigh of relief when that goal didn't go in there. Because that was a pretty good opportunity right off the rip.
Yeah.
Little heel pass.
Yeah, West Branch coming in, as you said, with 11-3 record, that's probably ignorance on my side. Haven't really heard a whole lot about West Branch.
No.
They do comment on a lot of our stuff, rightfully so.
No, yeah, absolutely. It's just, it seemed to have worked out. We had something or another game thought of here. We are, this is a great ball in. This is Bailey. Oh, just actually outran the ball.
That was an excellent opportunity to see both two teams we have not seen yet this year.
Absolutely, yeah. Thank you for completing my thought. Ooh. Number 7 says hello to the keeper. That's Gavin Clemens, sophomore.
Yeah.
You're going to have a little talk with him, say, hey, please don't do that again.
Yeah, I like the no call. I like, if you're not going to call, I like going over and talking to him.
Yeah.
Say next time you're not going to be so lucky.
Mm-hmm. And I think that later on in the game, he doesn't get that.
Right.
I will say, every time I do come to this stadium, I think of former player Mike Rusu, who broke his leg on the far side, and the sound that it made. It sounded like someone hitting a home run with a baseball bat.
It's weird. Those type of injuries stick with you for a long
Ooh,
time.
absolutely.
Never forget when I heard someone snap their Achilles.
Ooh.
It's like a rubber band broke right behind me.
All right, both teams looking to play a little bit of a high line. Like you said before in another game, this game's getting played right in the middle third here. Everybody's in it.
Yeah, not a whole lot of space to work with when you do that.
Ooh, got to go 2.
Cedar Bloom there from West Branch stepping through, playing up.
Pretty nice ball up to 7. That seems to be the connection they go for.
Right, you finished my sentence there.
Oh, have we become that, Dan?
Yeah.
Have we been to enough games
That's
where...
what happens when you're 8 weeks in.
Yeah, this is game 15. No.
16. Tomorrow's going to be 17, Thursday.
Yeah? Jesus. Math.
Math, eyesight. Buttons.
Buttons and math. I know buttons better
Sounds
than
like a
I know.
nursery rhyme.
It
Buttons
does.
and math.
We'll just have to copyright that, and we're in the money. A nice battle in the midfield here. Looks like number 9 comes away with it.
got
That's
some good
Cody
speed.
McKenzie. Keeper on it. It's Colin Risen in goal right now. Number 1, he's a junior. Gives it Das Boot, about 55 yards.
Das Boot.
There you go. I haven't heard it called that all year in that tone.
Yeah, I wouldn't let this run out either. I'd want my keeper to come get it because you have a little more freedom here with the ball, with it in your hands, than out for a goal kick. That's what I like to see out of teams. High soccer IQ. Just little things that build up and hopefully will eventually be a big thing. We want to see a couple of scores here today.
Mm-hmm.
No 0-0 ties for
No,
us.
I think we'll see some goals today. Both teams got some pretty good offensive players. Not to say they don't have good defensive players, but they have game changers on the offensive side of the ball.
I always said that offensive players had to have a little more creativity.
That's because you're an offensive player.
Absolutely. But
Yeah.
I think it is true. I think there's a little more, I don't know, structure in defense than it is offense. Offense, anything can happen. You have to adjust to it on the fly. I guess defense, you could say the same.
Right. Like I said, that's come from an offensive perspective.
That's how we see the same play 2 different ways,
Yeah.
huh?
I saw that as a high kick. I was with you.
Yeah, I think West Branch is number 11, it looks like. Agreed with you. Is that Trey Thomas?
Seems to be a prevalent last name in West Branch.
Yeah. Oh, yep. Got him there. Good to see number 6 pop up for the Salem Quakers. It's Camden Sampson. Oh, playing it early. There is a bit of a gap here that they have created.
That's 2 times, once from each team, where a long ball over the top almost created magic.
Now, do you think a little bit of the sun getting in the eyes affected that one?
I don't see how it couldn't have affected it. I'd have probably taken that straight to the nose.
Yeah. Sorry. But that's twice now that both defenses have been frozen by a long ball over the top. See, that's the toughest thing, I think, is to have that outside defender replace the midfielder. When the midfielder pushes up to be on the same level as the forwards, outside defender has to push up to be on the same level as the mids. And I think that's a tough one to teach, and a tough one to know when to go and when to stay.
Right. That was a pretty good hit put on the ball. I don't know if number 9 was trying to cross that or put that on net, but he got a lot more zip on that ball than I thought he could have.
There's a lot of control in today's game, but there's not a lot of pressure. I mean, overall, there's certain instances where people really, came in fouled maybe.
Right. Well, this is a completely different style of soccer than we've seen like the past 2 weeks with the teams we've covered. It was more like direct play.
Ooh, caught him off sides. All right. Free kick. Everyone's pushing up as they do, creating this ginormous gap in the center of the field. About a 40, 45-yard kick. It's a dangerous ball. They got a 3-on-1 if he can get a control of it. Did he just hit that off his own post?
I think he hit out the back one where the wheel, but yes. He did a good job of getting back there, putting his body between the.
Just did a bad thing. I regret the thing I did.
He almost did a bad thing.
He almost did a bad thing.
No, he did a great job of getting back there, getting his body in position to make the defensive play. That was just almost terrible luck of putting it in.
Ooh, look at the long throw. In the header, in the center.
See, from this angle, I can't really tell because I'm looking through the camera. I thought that was a corner kick because of how far that ball came in.
It came in. I'm not in too better of a position here, but yeah, I did see it. Ooh, nice little layoff. Wall pass. Get him to look the other way. Got a player open at outside wing. Looks like they're attacking with 3, and they get a midfielder up into the mix. Ooh, this is going to be a nice wall pass if we can get him. Or totally slide in from behind.
Yeah, it was.
That might be a cardable offense. But I guess if you give the other team a warning, you give this team a warning. Everyone gets one, right, Spidey? All right, this should be something special. I have a feeling that this is going to be good.
Right. Speaking of Spidey's sense, I once told somebody, I'm like, if Spider-Man got bit by a normal spider, that's me. Nothing happened. Oh! That's a shot nobody wants to take. He somehow could see through the tears in his eyes where to play that ball.
Or
Is that Vance Bailey?
Yeah, he took it right to the chest. This is an enjoyable game so far. I don't think we've been to a bad game.
No. We've seen so many different styles of soccer this year because we've covered so many different teams. You know, this is completely different than I already said, like the last 2 weeks of what we saw.
Yeah, teams that like to play it long, teams that like to play it build up short, teams that switch fields, teams that kind of keep it overload on the same, teams that counter, teams that pack it in and park the bus. I've got that sound effect. One thing I have noticed, both, or it looks like Salem in particular, can really throw the ball in. And they get another corner.
Of which we haven't really seen that a whole lot this year. Not a lot of teams have long throw-ins.
I say another corner. I believe it's their first corner because the last one was a throw-in.
Right. I wonder if there's a stat of how many restart goals there's been this year because I feel like we've seen way more this year than any other year.
Correct.
Wish there was a. You got any free time?
Let's see what Huddle has to say about it, or Vio. I see. That's why you put a man on the post.
Yep.
I put that down as a shot on goal. See, that's an odd position to be in. As an attacker, you have to create contact or else there's going to be no obstruction call.
Right.
But you also have the chance of fouling and getting a yellow.
I honestly thought that was West Branch's ball as well.
Yeah, he got one right in the little Quakers right there. Let's hope he's okay. I believe that's what, 21, Dan? No.
22.
22. It's another of the Davis boys. I had it and then I lost it. 22, Jake Davis, freshman. I think they're going to pause the game here. We'll stop the clock and get a sub in.
I'm assuming by that limp he got hit more than Little Quakers.
Yeah, that might be a groin up in the hip area, yeah. All right, I recant my last statement. Strike it from the record, stenographer. Coming in for the Quakers, number 23. That's Merrick Callahan, freshman again. They got a lot of freshmen on this team. I don't believe we had a JV game, did we, before this?
No, this game started an hour earlier than normal, so I think that's a fair assumption.
I do like this 6 o'clock start.
We've come that we find that we like every time except for a 7 o'clock and a noon and a 10 o'clock start.
Oh, God. Those Saturday morning games are awful. Speaking of which, we had the Canfield Cardinals girls team beat St. Mary's not St. Mary's, but St. Mary's, 5-0 when they were down Sunday at the Crew Stadium. That's a great ball in, just a little too much. Now, if that was at the field in Columbiana, that might have
Right.
stopped and been a goal. I wonder if that has any correlation. When you play on grass, do you score more goals?
In this league here, I'm willing to bet that they switch between natural grass and turf all the time,
Ooh,
unlike the bigger schools.
correct. But do you think there's more goals scored on turf fields or grass fields? By average.
By average, I'd probably say turf, to be honest with you. Oh, maybe not. Typically, grass fields are schools that may score 15-0 and stuff like that. So,
Got a bit of a shoulder there, but
ooh,
sounded like it hit something hard. God bless Mr. Davis up here in the booth who got us this fan that I would be sweating my weight off here. Good patient play. Back in. A little adrenaline there. when
right.
I've noticed that happens a lot when there's always people around you. You got so much pressure. Every time you turn with the ball, there's 2-3 people. When you turn and there's no one there, you get like, oh my God, I've got a moment to myself. I could do stuff. While the ball goes out, let's thank our sponsors. First and foremost, Bear Brothers and North Jackson Hydraulics. We also have Albico Foundry, Armstrong Cable, Packer Thomas, Bodine Perry, Allstate with Robert Fusco, Papa John's, and newly added to the list, Facillo Catering, helping us out with our showcase jerseys again this year like they did last. Thank you so much to Mark Facillo and everything that he does for us. Let's see if they've got an equally long throw there.
Right.
Catching any of it over there?
Nope.
All right.
We'll see it as it leaves his hand.
I like that, and I like that someone was there to contest it.
Right. I was looking like you're trying to box out on a throw-in. Or, I'm sorry, on a rebound.
Mm-hmm. I know what you meant.
Box out on a throw-in.
That's Cedar Bloom on the ball. He's got the teal or baby blue shoes. I believe he is left-footed. That was a right-footed pass on the money. Ooh, little step over move.
He said, don't do that step over in front of me again. But he got ball.
Because you want to do that? Yeah, you got whole ball.
Yeah.
Which is just like last game. If you were launching yourself off the ground as you get fouled, normally that's an indicator you didn't get hit too hard.
Is that the girls' team we see up on the left side of the stands?
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah. Both teams are having very good years.
Mm-hmm.
Das Boot.
Don't know why that dash seems to be hitting harder in my earphones.
It's been a while. You've missed it. So far we are, 17 minutes in. It doesn't feel like that. Ooh. Ooh.
I thought you were going to do it again.
Yeah, man, that's just... It's a good win. This is going to be trouble for him. That's exactly the side they're warming up at, and that's exactly, I believe one of the kids that was hitting rocket shots just did not get all of that one right now. Side note, I was able to go Saturday back to Columbiana for my daughter's cross-country meet. It's a beautiful place over there.
Yeah.
And that was a pretty good burger we got at the end. We got some burger and we got a couple of cookies. I say that to announce that next year we are going to have a segment during the halftime of these games where we take the wireless mic, we go down to the concession stand, hopefully it works, and we taste some of the food that they have here.
You get to hear us eat.
What could be more exciting?
That makes great radio. But I'll be very descriptive as I'm chewing.
I tell you what, hopefully, because Dan, you're going to be the one that does this. Hopefully on your way back, we'll get the camera on you for a second. Because that's exactly what you want the world to see. Seeing you eat and hearing you eat.
Right.
You got to immerse yourself in the culture there. But we're at 22 minutes left to go, 22 and a half, I think. Both teams have opportunities to score, but nothing really that challenged the keeper, huh, Dan?
No. No, they had matching 40-yard balls in the air that nearly found the mark. But other than that, like you said, they've had a lot of good possession, not a whole lot of good chances coming from that possession, though.
Yeah, it's a nice little wall pass they just had right now.
It's a good turn and a foul.
And that's going to be a free kick. I bet you we're going to see Mr. Bailey take it.
It's on camera.
let's check it to make sure it's on the feed here. Well, he does that. We see Jake Davis still on the sideline, kind of gripping his hip. He may be out for maybe the half, if not the game. We're going to keep an eye on him on the sideline. There it is. Lance, he does it each time we're here.
We're gonna watch the replay on the feed here.
Oh God, I feel like we're doing a lot of good stuff here, guys.
It is. Can confirm it's on.
Look just as good in person as it did online. 1-0, Salem Quakers.
I feel like you can just pencil in every time we come here to watch Salem play. Lance Bailey goal from a free kick. And again, that's another restart goal. We talked about that. I feel like past couple weeks on the amount of goals from restarts we've seen this year. Just adding to the list.
Free kick, set pieces. Maybe with this turf, they're getting a lot more practice time out there. I know that a lot more. You get one of those fake walls, put up those little dummy walls that get you help in there. So you don't want to put freshmen in the wall like we used to do.
And if you're West Branch, so I feel like that was a needless foul they made there. They had it covered, made a foul, really didn't have to, and kind of gave Salem one of their best chances to score by letting Lance Bailey take that free kick, and paid the price for it.
Lots of effort. Everyone's completing every run. Everyone's contesting every pass. These are two league opponents, so I want to say they play each other twice. I could be wrong. We'll take a look at that at halftime, but...
Actually, I think you are wrong this time.
No way. Mark it down on the big board. If my daughter's listening, she keeps track on her notes app every time I'm wrong in my life.
Does she have enough battery for that?
Good one.
Right now, it seems like since that goal, I feel like Salem's been moving around almost like at a rate of 2-1 to West Branch. I think they're kind of shell-shocked right now.
I think you're 100% correct. I think that West Branch is playing a little bit slow, a little bit timid, a little reactive instead of proactive. And Salem's taking it to him right now.
Right. You know what? I remember Lance Bailey having a long throw-in last year. Now that I remember us talking about it, and it left my brain.
And I also remember that this was our last game last year. We came here and saw Crestview versus Salem, and it was so cold I could barely hit the buttons on my phone.
One might say we forgot to hit buttons on your phone.
That's a great win. That's number 9. Cody McKenzie on the 45-yard run he's on. Keeps control, tries to meg him, doesn't work. Playback, that's well played by the outside defender for, I can't see the number there, for Salem. Nicely done. That's one. Can he get in front of it?
Das Boot.
That's one of those situations where I think Das Boot is 99% of the time the appropriate move there.
Right.
You got someone bearing down on you. You just got nothing else to do.
Up and out. Anything but down the middle.
Trying a little outswinger. Maybe he's not left-footed.
I was I'm going to say he's right-footed now.
Yeah. Just mishit that one. Dan, I'm going to bring us up into a inside joke here. But do you remember Cinderfoot?
Absolutely do.
Cinderfoot. Wait, hold on.
Cinderfoot.
I just crossed my mind when I said Das Boot a couple times.
Old Cinderfoot.
Good old Cinderfoot. We're not going to say any names, obviously, but we had a player who just, it's like he had lead in his feet. He stomped around. Every time he touched the ball, he'd trap it 800 feet away from him. And picked up the name Cinderfoot.
Nice kid, though.
Oh. And that's the thing that always sucks about coaching is you have these kids who might not be the best soccer player, but they're the best person. They're really good people. And you want to see them do well so bad. wonder if he has pink shoes all the time or if that's because of the pink game today. Ooh. Yeah, I'd have a talk with him if I'm the referee. And if you just kind of set the precedent, you're not going to card people right away. You're going to get them benefit of the doubt. Your AR's not waving her flag off the stick there. Well, good sportsmanship, number 12.
That allows the referee to bend over and tie his shoe.
There's Troy Gibson fouling him, helping him out, though. I know if I'm a captain on the West Branch team, I'd be in the ref's ear like, hey, can you kind of help us out there? We might need that guy. That's number 10. That's our leading scorer.
Let's just see how long this rolls for.
It goes
That
for
was the end
another
of that.
30 seconds.
I found it out.
Yeah. I'm sure coach is checking on Cedar Bloom, making sure he's not. I would definitely be talking to the ref, say, hey, listen, it's like our quarterback. Got to protect him. Good ball. Just not enough on the ground to be able to control it. And there seems to be a bit of a gap between the attackers and defenders here for West Branch, which some coaches do on purpose. I know I do that with my U11 team, get that little gap there, give people space to work when we do win the ball. Yeah, they're attacking with 6.
Right. I want to make a joke there, but I'm not going to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we all know it. We all know it, Dan. Yeah, Dan. There it is. That's what you wanted. Didn't even mean to hit that button. Now, Dan, we've talked about Uncle Mo before, right?
Right.
Who do you think Uncle Mo's hanging out with right now?
And it has been Salem, but since that injury happened, it's been kind of, he went and visited West Branch for a little bit now.
Now, have you seen that before where one of the better players from a team goes out of the game and the team starts working a little bit harder because they don't quite rely on his ability to push the ball forward?
Absolutely. I always equate that to like LeBron James when he was with the Cavaliers, where he had the ball 90% of the time and everyone just kind of stood in their spot and waited for him to pass the ball off. He comes out and everyone's got to play at the same rate. So
Like, you don't know where the ball's going. Like, you could be kind of one side. Ooh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you could be a little bit one-sided and be a little predictable if you've got a couple of good players that like to have the ball at their feet. Well, the ball runs out. Dan, how's the how the Steelhounds doing right now?
Phantoms?
That's what Jesus, Steelhounds.
Steelhounds
How
have
long
been-
ago am I?
2006 was the last year Steelhounds were
All
there.
right, let's take 2. Let's roll 2 on that one. Dan, how are the Youngstown Phantoms doing these
They
days?
had the opening home game Saturday, banner raising, and they put 2 touchdowns up. Missed the extra points against Team USA. They went 12-0. Scored more goals than the Steelers and Browns had combined Sunday.
Whew. That's man, you're hitting a lot of people's hearts with all
I
of
mean,
those
mine
stats.
too. So
But no, that's impressive. That's
gave us a lot to talk about.
Mhm.
So
I'm sure Coach was happy after that.
he was very happy. Got a 4-minute interview out of him.
Get out.
Yeah.
I don't know him personally to be able to say that that's a lot, but for any coach, that's a lot. Time.
Yeah. You ever notice some people you just say, give them a prompt, and they just kind of take it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to lead them into questions.
Which is good. In which I think that when I interview coaches for our podcast series, Offsides, I think coaches don't want to give away too much before the game.
That's very true.
Or give away something that someone can listen to later. Be like, oh, that's what they do. So I think that all of the coaches that I've interviewed last year and this do such a wonderful job at interviewing. It's almost like they're polished. Like they all take a certain class in this on how to answer questions.
And they all love talking about it. Every coach loves talking shop. And they really don't get to do it only amongst themselves all the time. When they get a chance to get out and talk to some like-minded individuals they don't get to see all the time, it's just water falls right out.
Yeah, I 100% agree. For the amount of time, money, and effort they put into this, I bet you their spouses are sick of it. They don't want to hear it. Even the most supportive of spouses, like, all right, man, I don't really care that much. Assistant coaches know everything. There's no one new to tell your stories to, and I'm
Right.
glad that's what we're here for a couple times a year. Hopefully, our plan also this weekend is to have another podcast, Pitchmen, and interview some of the coaches after the seating meeting, see how it went. Because this meeting Sunday will determine who's in what position for the OHSAA playoffs.
That was always one of my favorite things and least favorite things to do at the same time. It was fun to go back, research everyone in your district, rate them, how you feel is honestly, and then realizing that not everyone has the same intentions that you do and how upsetting that is.
I can remember, Dan, when you coached and you beat an Alliance team, when you coached a Fitch, you beat them 10-0.
Yep.
And yet you had coaches that put them ahead of you in the seeds.
Yeah.
Now, I can
Wasn't just
understand
one.
if it was a 1-0 close game, PK, it could have went either way. I get it. When you dominate a team 10-0, and then you think that team that lost is the better team,
Right.
that's a moral issue
You're
there.
Playing Yahtzee. Whatever comes out, comes out.
It's a good one, Dan. All right, there is a game going on in front of us. And we have just over 11 minutes left to go. Yeah. 23 going to the ground. Americ Callahan, I believe. See, as an attacker, I always had the false sense of, well, they fouled me once, so I get to foul them once type thing.
Wow, that was close.
Ooh, he got up there. I think he was a little afraid of his landing zone. If not, he probably could have got a little bit more on that.
He needed a flagger out there to clear the runway for him. You're right. He did get up there pretty high for that header. Oh, but get back to your point. Absolutely. If I got fouled in the game, I feel like someone got an extra one on me. Better damn well expect to be coming back the other way. So.
Agreed. I know that if you're your coach Martucci over there for West Branch, he's like, hey, get this ball moving. Get it off your foot. Make a decision quicker. Because the more you stand with the ball at your feet and just not do anything, you're so easy to defend.
Right, I think there's I don't want to really call what Salem's doing playing a high line, but they're definitely playing a straight line.
Yes.
And I think it's kind of throwing West Branch for a loop, trying to go forward, trying to find space. I think Salem's kind of standing in the areas that they must be trying to find on a normal basis. We'll see if they make some halftime adjustments on that.
This looks promising for West Branch. Goes out for a corner. Second corner kick for the Warriors.
Well,
That breeze feels amazing now.
see a scunch of the ball. That's it.
Throw in. Again, long throw in. I think they had something set up there. I don't think that was the full gist of what they wanted to do on that corner.
No, I feel like they've looked for number 27 on every long throw and every corner kick. I mean, he's a big kid, so there it is.
All right, we got almost $1 billion Powerball, Dan. What are our numbers here?
I can't tell you because I already had the ticket bought.
They pull that tonight? Is that Wednesdays?
I don't know. I play all the time. I win nothing. So
Well,
if I'm not here Thursday, you know why.
you're not here Thursday, Dan. Yeah. What Dan's mentioning is Thursday we're going to be over at Champion when Berkshire comes to Champion to face off against the Lady Flashes. Is that what they call them? Lady flashes?
I believe so.
Yeah, I
Golden
think so.
flashes.
Yeah. I mean, Kent State both share that. Dan, you and I think so much alike. It's ridiculous. Ooh. That's another unnecessary foul that didn't get called, though. So was it really a foul? Yes.
Right.
Yes, it was. Under 8 minutes to go, 1-0 off a Lance Bailey free kick. Say about what, 25 yards out?
Yeah, that's good. It's a good number.
The AR's making the call on, himself on the field.
Yeah, it's that's always an interesting thing.
No, I think that if I'm in the center, I would like him to raise his flag, but I would like him to stay off the field.
Yeah, just stand over there, call me in. You can huddle about it, tell me what's going on.
Exactly. Now, this crew does not have that communication system that you see some walk around with. I think OHSA should give that to every crew.
Right.
That's such an advantage. You know, football referees get that. And be nice. Well, basketball doesn't really need it. It's short court. It's a nice play by number 8 for the Salem Quakers. That's Benjamin Gallardo. Or Gallardo? I think Gallardo would be probably more appropriate.
Yeah.
But just to kind of control the ball and keep it from going up the field. Ooh, that's a nice one touch. Go ahead, say it, Dan. Outside of the foot, right?
I was waiting for it. I knew you were going to bring it up, so I didn't have to.
But when it's accurate, no one questions it, right? When it's not, you start questioning why are you kicking it with the outside of your foot. Or at least I would.
You ever question why I kicked with the inside of my foot when you miss?
Well, here's the thing, Dan.
You're going to say, well, you putt with the right side of the putter. You don't hit with the outside of the putter.
Ladies and gentlemen, you got to take our word for it. That was a nice goal.
Our app literally just crashed.
Well,
All right. I have no idea if everyone got to see that.
I'll bet nobody did. But it was a long throw. Lance Bailey came in, used his athletic ability to jump up and knock that away. Now here's an interesting thought though. West Branch coming in 11-3. Salem 7-4-2. Salem missing Cade Pasco. He's out for today. If I would have had to bet, and you told me that one team's up 2-0 with 5 minutes left to go, I would have told you it would have been West Branch at the beginning of the game.
Right? I mean, that's why they play the game.
You take all my lines.
You know what they say? Remember what Al Pacino said that one movie?
That was Any Given Sunday.
That was it. We're alike in here. Any given Sunday, anybody can win.
Mm-hmm. While they go and get the ball, let's say our sponsors one last time before halftime. Baird Brothers, North Jackson Hydraulics, Albaco Foundry, Armstrong Cable, Packer Thomas, Bodine Perry, Allstate with Robert Fusco, Papa John's, and newly added Facilo Catering. Thank you to those organizations and people who help us do what we do. And it's another goal.
And just like that, West Branch finds themselves back in the game.
The free kick that didn't touch anybody. So, if man, you couldn't have asked for something better in the last 5 minutes, getting that goal to make it a 2-1 game. Most dangerous score in soccer, Dan?
2-0 score, or 2-goal lead.
Yep.
Not saying that goal was unexpected, but it just felt like Salem had all the momentum. We were talking about that, and then all it takes is one strike, and you see why number 10 from West Branch is so good. He was very poised in front of the net, and he went top net on that.
Oh, my God. He did go top net, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
top net is the best net.
Oh, yeah. That's
We were-
good scrimshaw. Family Guy reference.
Yeah, well, now we have some technical difficulties we're dealing with, so you're forgiven. There's some good hands by Coach Ziegler right there.
Yeah. He said he used to coach the girls' team, coach the boys' team. He's been in and out of the program for a little bit.
I think he still helps with the girls.
Yeah. Go out for a throw and lock him in.
So 3 goals on the night. All 3 came from restarts.
Yeah.
How about that?
Two throw-ins?
Yep.
No. A throw-in and 2 free kicks.
Yep.
Sorry. Little hands in the back there. See, the thing is, in the second half, I think the little pushes, the little hits, the little knocks that we're getting warnings are probably going to start getting cards in the longer talking.
Right.
Well, nice combination of passes here. Just couldn't get out in front of him. If I haven't let it be known yet, I root for the offense. It makes for good viewing and well,
Go team.
go team.
It's more easy for the casual fan to appreciate a high scoring
There it
game.
is. There it is. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right.
So I kind of correlates with what I said about maybe offense.
Ooh. Caught him napping. Coach does not look happy on the far side, Coach Martucci. He's looking to get those last 2 minutes out with either a 1-goal deficit or a tied up. Another goal here by Salem might be the dagger. It is a little early for that, I guess. I don't know if I agree with that one. That's the gray area that both players are going in. Both players hit each other the exact same
Right.
style and way. Both get the same amount of the ball, but since one is either larger or stronger, knocks over the other.
Yeah, if he doesn't go hard into that, then he's going to get hurt himself. So
Mhm.
Man,
Das
they've
Boot.
got some incredible free kicks.
And it's in. With a minute 5. Man, these free kicks are keeping them in the game.
4 goals off of free kicks.
We see-
Maybe not directly, but
Was that,
that was number 9.
number 9?
There was a deflection in there, so it's
Yes, it was. That's Cody McKenzie, senior, with the goal.
yep, instant replay that shows it was him.
Gotta
Why
love
I
that.
why did I never do that before?
Nope. But that ball's gone forever. If I'm Salem, I make it so this is the last play of the half.
Right.
You
or
either
Salem,
score here or what I say? Did I say Salem?
Yeah, you did.
Okay,
yeah, you're
good.
This time. No. If
Sorry,
you're
Dan.
Salem, though, you've had a 2-0 lead for. You've been winning this game for what, 35 minutes so far. You're thinking everything's. I'm not saying you're in cruise control, but everything's good. Then all of a sudden, West Branch find themselves in a tie game.
Ooh. They got a free kick there.
I was in the box. I don't think I was. What's going on here? If I'm West Branch, I do the same thing.
No, if I'm them, I play it wide. Hurry up, play it wide to play it in. Not what you wanted. All right. Lots of interesting play here. Craziness happening. 2 goals apiece. We're at 2-2 here at SeaBo Stadium. Stay tuned for the second half.
Don't forget the basket corner in the bottom for the kick for the cure. The drawings to be held at the girls' game next week. There's also a signed soccer ball going on, a silent auction. So don't forget that's all going on.
right, we're back for the second half. Dan, let's take a look at some of the goal scoring here for Salem. Both goals coming from Lance Bailey. The 21st minute and the 5th minute in the first half, both. One off a free kick, one off a throw-in. Like you say, these restart goals seem to be something big. And there's more of the same from the West Branch Warriors. We have, with 4 minutes and 21 seconds left to go in the first, Matthew Cedarblom got his foot on it from a long-distance free kick. And then no more than 3 minutes later, with under 2 minutes left to go in the half, Cody McKenzie puts it in left-footed, low right corner.
Right. I think if we're West Branch in the game, I'd say they had to better play as far as more play in the offensive end against Salem. I'm not saying they had more chances on goal than they did, but as far as it goes, if I'm West Branch, I just got to say, if I'm the coach, how about we not foul them in front of the goal or not give up as many throw-ins as we can? Because that's where most of their offenses come from. You could say that about both teams, to be honest with you.
Correct.
But West Branch has been coming from free kicks in their half. They've been playing in that far. But
Yeah, that's both teams must practice that, and both teams are pretty good at it. So going into the second half, that's if you're either coach, you say don't give up dumb fouls. Let them play in the movement of play to try to get a goal organically.
we had a ton of ball boys here today, too.
Yeah, that's impressive. That's something usually maybe they get a free hot dog or some Skittles. God, that sounds good right now. Unfortunately for us, the beautiful goal, second goal scored by Lance Bailey, was not picked up on film. You saw it up to the moment and then them celebrating.
Yep.
Apologize to that young man.
That was-
Second goal now in 2 years that he's had an amazing shot or goal and we've happened to lose it.
Yeah, that one was not our fault in the least. The app just crashed on us. And literally, the only thing we missed was the goal.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that the VO over there is working just fine. So if he ever needs a copy of it, he'll get it. I think they have Huddle here too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Veo's over there was West Branch.
Yeah?
Tongue didn't want to work.
So they switch sides here. It's a great ball in. And it goes in.
There's our first goal in the flow of the game.
Yeah. I don't... All right, we got number 12 with the goal.
We want to bet West Branch's keeper would like to have that one back. Looks like he dove over top of it. It's unfortunate. Not saying it wasn't a good shot, but
Less than a minute into the game, I'd have to imagine that you could not start off better if you're Salem.
Right.
I mean, the only thing that could have made that play better is a red card from West Branch. Cedarblom just not being able to get it off his foot. They've moved him over to the right side, not the left. Oh,
that wasn't Cedarblom, just let you know. I don't see
I
him.
apologize.
I actually don't see him.
He's over there on the far side. No, that's number 9,
Yeah.
who they have on the right side, who normally is on the left. I believe he is left-footed. That's Cody McKenzie, the second goal scorer. This has been a good game to watch. 5 goals, 41 minutes. That's where you want to tell number 27, Xander Culbertson, take an extra touch.
Right.
No one's breathing down your neck. Hopefully your teammates are helping you out, telling you got time.
Yeah, let the play develop. Give it time to breathe. See what he's trying to do there.
See a lot of people trying to play one touch just to get the ball off their foot, and they think quicker is always better, but not necessarily the case. Wouldn't be a normal day if we didn't give a shout out to our cameraman, Dan Conley, who's subbing in for Chris Platten.
Apologize to everybody again.
We are not the professional in the field here. And you are doing a much better job than I ever would. So, thank you. Ooh, cheeky and foully at the same time.
If you're a Salem, do you want that foul or do you want to play on?
Someone once told me that it's hard to have advantage in your half of the field.
you say cheeky and foully?
I did. Wow,
Okay.
Are you on a delay, Dan?
Nah. What was the other saying we had earlier?
Oh, God. He did everything he could to keep that from being a goal kick. Well done by the defender for West Branch.
Das Boot.
Right into the other defender. Ball is still not cleared. I think the same as we said at the beginning of the game, when you get all this adrenaline just to sit down, I think fans have that too. I think that's why you get a lot of people yelling and arguing. They feel like they have that fight or flight, and fight kicks in.
You know, I always thought it was they're living their failed athletic career through their children.
Don't we all?
Go team. No, you're right, though.
I think everyone's just amped up. Everyone's adrenaline's going, and only the referees and the players have a say in it and have a release for it. But another long throw. Well won by Salem. Smart decision. Again, I like the IQ of just the little things that put you in a better position to win. Dan, you ever tried the old flip throw?
I'm willing to bet everyone would have. No, I have not. I just have not done that. I can think of two people who have.
Mm-hmm. I've seen a couple people do it, but I've tried it once with the epic fail stamp on it. But that last play, I like parents were well versed in that. Players were well versed. Referee did a good job there. Both players got a little bit of the ball, and
That's a card, right?
I think that the fact that it was very unintentional and it wasn't malicious.
Yeah, it was from behind. That's the only thing. But
Yeah.
this is, as we found out, maybe West Branch is too far up the field for this to be dangerous. But
They're too close. Now, that exact play
right.
was called verticality against me one time. When the goalie gets the ball with his hands, the other person runs into him. There's a little bit of a bump. PK for the attacking team. Man.
It's like it happened yesterday,
It's just,
8 years ago.
I think it still baffles me to the point where, like, how could anyone, even someone who knows nothing about soccer, call that a foul? But someone who did know nothing about soccer called it a foul, so. We'll keep
Was that
there.
whole setup just to get that line out?
Sometimes it just, the flow of the game makes it happen.
If you just kind of tell me how you feel, you might feel better about it. Don't hold anything back.
Where's the button I need for this? There it is. All right, we are 6 minutes into the second half. We had our first goal put in, break the tie here. Number 12 for the Salem Quakers, Troy Gibson, the junior, finding the back of the net with a left-footed shot near post, which kind of snuck the keeper there. Again, another crafty vet move. You kick it towards him, but not directly at him. But they had it the wrong way. That happens sometimes right after half.
Yeah, it does happen.
Referees make mistakes too, but glad they got that corrected. It's a good challenge. Number 7, that's Gavin Clemens. Just got the ball, get a little bit away from him. I know West Branch does play on grass. Maybe that has a little bit of effect to him. Years ago, I remember that was a huge thing, playing on turf as practicing on grass or vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
Nice Meg. And, right to the secondary defender. What do they call that? Pressure and cover.
Yep.
Of
Pressure,
the
cover, balance.
So the pressure guy got beat. Cover guy came over. I don't know about you, Dan, but
Were we picking up West Branch's sideline there?
no, they
'Cause
were.
I feel like I didn't see anybody on this sideline yelling, but I saw everybody over there standing up.
We might have been.
That's insane.
The old shotgun boom mic. Whereas he's... Great save by the keeper. Nicely done by West Branch's keeper. God, I thought I had it marked. I apologize to him.
It's number 18.
I can't find him on here.
1-8.
Thanks, Dan. I have a 2-8, Austin Johnson. I have an 8, Griffin Flickinger. Do not have an 18. Could it be 13? Cruz Leon.
Can't tell. Is there a 12?
We got a 12, Will Weingart.
Pink and black don't really.
They don't contrast enough
No,
from this
not
distance.
yeah.
But I will say this is a great vantage point. It's just high up enough, not too high, not too low. It's a nice setup they have here, and the fan.
I wish all the windows opened as wide as they do here.
Yes. Lights coming on here at SEBO Stadium. SEBO, a big philanthropist with the Salem City Schools. Yeah. And a little bit of a shoulder in the back, a little bit of a clip too, all put together.
Yeah,
Referee's done a great job today and not had to hand out one card.
I agree.
And I think the game's in control.
I think the next foul will be carded, but I feel like that was another needless foul committed by West Branch right there.
Which could create another goal for Salem.
Oh, just to give an update, we watched the replay on that foul just at the very end of that first half, and that was the referee's got it right on the outside of the box. The foul occurred. He fell in the box, but
Yeah, that was a questionable. Everyone was kind of wondering as time expired. We just got a little bit underneath that. See how he leaned back almost like a field goal kicker. Wonder if he does kick field goal. What do you think?
maybe he's got a good head of hair.
Yeah, he does. You see it bounce when he hit the ball? He was like, poof. Jealousy comes from all angles here, huh?
It does. I want to say it's like a David Luiz style, but I like it.
No one's pressuring the ball.
Got an open wing.
Had.
Yep.
Ooh. What do you call that?
Pele, Maradona.
I've heard it called neither.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't think he got enough of the ball. And that's the other thing, too, is that even if you get ball, but you totally clip the player running next to you,
Right.
it's a foul. Getting ball doesn't mean you get to murder the player.
Now, if you're the ref here, do you? I know the wall went up there first instead in front of the ball. Is that a cardable offense? Time waste?
I know, I'd be asking for 10, please, sir.
He is.
I mean, they got the football lines, makes it easy for him. But yeah, I think a card will
Still
be
not
coming
10
here
yards,
soon.
but you can look at that and see it's 9 yards. It's pretty cool. They are definitely 9 yards away, and they jump forward. Okay.
Again, I'm the referee. I call it back. Redo.
Yeah. This game could get turned here.
Yep. I thought he had pretty good control up until the last minute. That's always the rally cry of the screaming parent that somebody eventually will get hurt.
That is the sound of the deep doo-doo bird.
Now, if you're West Branch, do you still go with what works, or do you play it short and let him dribble up the 45 yards he's got in front of him?
You put this in and see what happens. There it is. What a game. It was number 11.
I believe, yes, it was. Number 11, Trey Thomas with a goal.
Salem's coaches, one of the assistant coaches yelling. I don't know what he's yelling about, but so we've had 6 goals scored. 5 of them have been from restarts.
Yeah. 5 set-piece goals out of 6. This is an exciting game. Game of the week here at Steel Valley Soccer, living up to the hype.
I feel like just to get this game under control, he has to card the next foul.
Yes, absolutely.
No matter what kind of foul it is. And he's going to hear about it, whoever he does it to.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be a come on, sir.
Come on, Mom.
Come on, Mon. Where's Corey at? We got to call him. Oh. Got away with it, but kept possession. Here he's on. Little pushing and shoving there. Both teams have to beware because they're getting into tournament time here.
Right.
You serve a 2-game suspension after this one, you might be missing the first round. Well won out of the air. Who's that? Number 6.
Yeah, I think West Branch has one more game left for the tournament time. And Salem has a couple, but
Cameron Sampson. A delayed reaction by me. Sorry about that.
I agree with that no call there.
Mhm.
For both. That was a panicked.
Well, good sportsmanship there. That could have
I
been
was
dangerous.
wondering what was going to happen right
Yeah,
there.
we all collectively held our breath
Yeah.
to see if that was going to be
Okay.
some choice words
Yeah,
that
there was
might need the on it, but a little bit of hot sauce there.
Wow, just got quiet for a second there, too. Calm before the storm.
Mm-hmm. Everyone holds their breath on every throw-in, free kick, and corner kick. Could possibly be a goal. They're batting 9,000.
Yeah, they're in the Hall of Fame right now with that.
Mhm. Is there a soccer Hall of Fame in the United States?
I'm sure there probably is. It's not like MLS Hall of Fame. I think there is a Soccer Federation Hall of Fame.
Because there is a golf Hall of Fame, PGA Hall of Fame down in Florida, I think St. Augustine. Game wasn't invented here. It was invented in...
Scotland.
very good.
That was by Rob Williams.
Man, I wish I... Rob,
You ever heard his?
Yes.
Yeah.
take this little ball. Yeah. Right now, my former head coach, Harry Leith, is face palming at our bad Scottish accent. That's a heck of a kick. I think both teams would love to get the win, but more importantly, would just want to stay healthy going into the
Right.
playoffs.
Healthy, no cards. A little extra there too.
A little bull in a china shop.
This game is crying. It is not
It's-
crying. It's crying for something to happen here.
Yes, it is. And right now,
Long throwing.
as we're looking on the sideline, stretching out his hip is Jake Davis, who took a knock in the first half, hasn't been back since. Could be a key player who's also missing, along with Cade Pasco from the Salem Quakers. As always, go ahead and check our website either today or tomorrow when we get the the head coaches interviews before the game gets put up. We just put up the last ones from last week after, a little system crash of our own at the computer.
Also, keep sending in your players too.
Yeah, absolutely. We got to pick 4 boys and 4 girls that will probably be in the showcase. This year we're having 30 per side, so 15 on a team for the boys, 15 on a team for the girls. That'll be November. That's a foul. November 12th at Boardman High School, noon and 2. That was a rushed free kick.
And there's a ball on the field.
Dan, there's always a ball in the field.
There's 2 balls on the field.
Oh. Ooh, that,
Not a finger. I was really.
not a finger.
I meant to say not a card.
We're getting close to Christmas time,
Oh,
huh?
my
Christmas
goodness.
story, Dad, get
Yeah.
you?
This could be in West Branch's wheelhouse here.
No, I know if I'm the referee, that 100% is a card.
I don't understand. I hate to be overly critical, but I don't understand what
No,
he's waiting
but
on.
and normally we're critical on him giving the card.
There's no way.
Man, he missed that and still almost made it. If you can sift through what I just said.
Yeah, that's a mark of a good player.
Yeah.
Right spot. It's like they practice those because they seem to be in the right spot for that secondary ball.
Seems
Every
like they
time.
only practice those because they're like freakishly good. And he, well, I
Who
feel,
was that playing the ball in? I need to give him. We need to give him some credit
I
too.
want to say, what's that, 16? 16,
Yeah, the
Nathan
16.
Legros.
Legros has a good leg though.
Man,
Sorry,
couldn't
I'm not proud of
resist that one,
myself.
could
Yeah,
you?
I'm not proud.
That's a dive, and that's a great no call. And the referee's right there. I mean, he's been sprinting up and down with the play of the game. He's doing a fantastic job. Ooh. But he's letting that go. That would annoy me. That little bit at the end after the ball's played, that little bump that you're going to knock somebody over.
Yeah, because there's going to be an even up play happening. There it is.
Ooh, almost. And I think players are recognizing that a card and he's going to be a little foul happy here. They're just flopping left and right.
Right,
3 people fell on that one pass.
And honestly, I don't know what you got to do to get a. It's got to be super egregious to get a card at this point in time.
Maybe he's aware that they only have 1 or 2 games and he doesn't want to get anybody double. Yeah, but still, you got to do what's right.
Yeah.
And maybe he's closer than we are. Maybe he's just letting him play. I feel like I always say, area refs need to let them play more, but then not like this.
Right. That's probably because these aren't area refs.
Here we go, number 27 with the big boot. Xander Culbertson gets it out. Keeper. Man. To swing your leg out in front of 2 people sprinting at you, keepers have to have a little bit of a screw loose for
Right.
that. It's a great play by him, though. Three to 3, score tied up with 20 minutes left to go in the game. A lot of see, I don't like that either. The running into the challenge and turning your back to it, or running into after. Yeah, I mean, gotta start carding somebody.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have carded him on that. I agree with him. But the next
I feel like
next WWE takedown,
There-
someone's got to get it.
here comes the free kick in.
Yeah, make sure we get that goal area. They must have seen something in film. They must have seen, because Salem, once the ball's kicked, does not move back to try to play it.
Right.
They just kind of stay in their spot and hope that the keeper comes up and takes it. Nah, that's another dive. All right, well, the ball's forever away. Let's get our sponsors one last time at the 20-minute mark. Baird Brothers, North Jackson
it is.
Hydraulics, Abaco Foundry. What'd you find, Dan?
The ball.
Okay.
Okay.
Abaco Foundry, Armstrong Cable, Packer Thomas, Boating Perry, Allstate with Robert Fusco, Papa John's, and our jersey sponsor for our Steel Valley Soccer Showcase game, Facilo Catering. Thank you to all the gentlemen and ladies that help us help out these players on the field today. That's a heck of a throw. Holy crap. Did you see that, Dan?
That was an excellent defensive clearance.
I think he threw that 45 yards.
Yeah. Again, you're seeing something offensively. I'm seeing something. I was looking at the defensive play out. You're right. And it wasn't Lance Bailey who threw that in.
No, what did they
Unless he
feed
threw it
these
into
guys?
himself.
Good, you got another overlap if the guy goes.
This has been one of the more entertaining games, like not just this year, that I've ever seen.
No,
These
hey,
guys look at the
Fast
sideline
pace.
referees calling him over. Yeah, the center referee is telling him to go back to his land of confusion.
no, maybe he just wants to be part of the game. Now, Dan, was that a Phil Collins reference? Did I hear land of confusion?
That was.
This guy, man, you're like the Ted Lasso of quotes here right now. Man, I totally don't know what I was going to say now.
Yeah, I mean,
18
it
minutes left to go. 3-3 tie.
It was Phil Collins saying that was Genesis.
Oh, see, thank you for correcting.
Yeah. That's what that was. Pitching Ronald Reagan, Superman over there.
Yeah, I remember being scared of that as a kid.
That's weird. So was I.
I think everybody was. It was freaky. It's a great ball. It's a Good. Oh, nice trap. 3 points.
That ball ended up in the streets, but that was a good play all the way around there.
Yeah, they kept with it. And
If you're West Branch, is that Clover Bloom, number 10?
I'm sorry, Cedar Bloom.
Cedar Bloom, sorry. He's playing like a defensive mid spot. I feel like he's been affecting the game a lot less. Maybe it's his injury that he sustained earlier.
Yeah, when he got clipped over here on the near side.
I'd want to get him more involved offensively because I'm not saying he's not doing anything because he certainly is. But he doesn't have that same mark on the game that he had earlier on.
Nah, funny. We're both looking at the other ends of things. Do you think they want to keep him more defensive to keep the shutout, keep his speed over there on the right side, and then unleash him with like 8 minutes left to go, put him up top and let his speed take over?
Yeah, like sandbagging a little bit.
Yeah,
maybe.
like
That's
right
what
here.
they're-
Back post. Back post. Back post. Number 27, Xander Culbertson, the junior, with the left-footed shot finding the back post.
How about that? What a treat we have watching this game. That ball came in. I think that was number 9 from West Branch fighting for it up top there. Found a spot, found Xander. He put that ball left-footed.
Left-footed, yeah. And he didn't have to
Side
put a
netting.
lot on it, did
No,
he?
he passed it into the back of the net. That's something that's you try to teach your youth players. They all have to say no matter how hard they hit the back of the net. So
Yeah, you don't get extra points for putting it through the net. But as I look down, that's the 4th goal scorer. Ooh, off his... I hit him in the head? No. 4th goal scorer for West Branch. Getting, spreading the wealth.
and that's their first goal in the. No, it's not their first goal in the flow of the game.
Ooh. But he's playing advantage. He's just got to put his hands up to show that he's doing that.
Yeah.
The sad part about advantage is that you don't call the foul, and then they immediately, after your little 5-second count off, they mess it up, and it's like, well, you had the advantage. You didn't take advantage of it.
Like you said, he could help himself out by signaling what he's doing there.
Yeah, I think that's all. That's all that's needed from a. And
Is it,
I think
we're
someone's
gonna
getting the
work.
card.
We're working something out here. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm on this song kick here, but I feel like he's calling him over from the land down under. I don't know.
Coming from a land down under.
Yeah, I just called him. Is he telling him someone needs out? Is he telling him,
Someone was.
please card somebody? That was an odd spot. A conference to no call, sub in. Maybe it was saying, hey, you got to.
I'm always curious as to sneaking an extra player on or not having enough players on the field.
I've done that once before on purpose.
Yeah. I remember. I think we played an alumni game where we snuck on
I
everybody.
just kept putting him on.
Yes.
Yes. That was my team.
Before you know it, you're like, wait a minute, there's like
You put-
17. Like, how many offensive mids do you have?
You sub in 3, you take off 1.
Truly a land of confusion.
Yeah, I was.
All right, 15 and a half minutes left to go. 4-3, 7 goals total.
There's a 35.
Almost another corner kick.
This is the only thing. Have we seen a goal from a corner kick yet today?
No, we have
So
not.
this is the only restart we have going on. Not seen yet.
But yeah, this is a great, exciting, one of the most exciting game of the weeks we've had this year.
Oh, went through 2 people. That was an excellent ball being played in.
This reminds me a lot of the United Ursuline game,
Right.
just without the rain.
Right. That was a crazy game.
Of poker.
By myself. There you go. Ah, nice.
Who? Come on, Dan.
Lady Gaga?
OAR.
No, I was saying the other song, Poker Face.
Oh, Jesus. You think fatigue is setting in a little bit here?
Could be. I think frustration is going to be setting in too for Salem.
I think fatigue and a little bit, a little bit of dumb, like bumping fouls where you just
Right.
can't stop the bus.
There it is.
Das Boot.
Yep.
That's when you had short, short, long, right? Right. Good no call. I'm
Yeah,
with
he
him
got
on that
ball.
one. Not just ball, but I don't think he got enough of the player for it to be a foul.
Right.
Threw the ball. Yeah, they got to get it out wide. They got somebody out wide. Got him out wide still. They must not want to pass to him. There you go. Had he scored that. Great decision. That's frustrating.
Right.
Man, that goalie probably couldn't have come out fast enough. All right, so right now it's 4-3. If we had to pick a player of the game tonight, we're going to. We got 4 different goal scorers. Cedarblum has a goal. McKenzie has a goal. Thomas has a goal. Culbertson has a goal.
Your guess is as good as mine at this point in time.
Uh,
I can't even make a. Not that we don't have any options. I feel like we have a lot of options to
Leg-
choose from.
Legros has a couple assists off of those goals.
That's a good point.
Man, did you see him come out?
Yeah. It's white knuckling right there.
Mm-hmm. No.
I thought it may have been over the back there.
Agree to disagree. Just for the fact that he hasn't been calling a lot of those fouls that are bumps here and there.
It could be. That was very weird. They gave him so much time.
Yeah.
It could be fatigue. They haven't been making a whole. Neither team's made a whole lot of subs this game.
No, and they are sprinting to every ball. The
Right.
hustle plays all over the field. One of these days, I'm going to put the headphones down, just yell into our mic. See how it goes. Because I think you're right. I think there's a lot of West Branch what we're picking
Yeah.
up in it. Long throw,
That was close.
but no one's really
I was
attacking.
gonna say they didn't really push anybody up into that.
Ooh, deflection.
That deflection doesn't happen. That's going to the side netting.
Corner kick.
I can see
the
the corner
Quakers.
flag this time.
Nice. Dan.
Don't know what I did, but I did something.
There's all those Phil Collins and Genesis references got you amped up.
Yeah, I can feel it
In the air.
Yeah.
Throwing. Another long throw, and here it is.
One guy up there.
Another corner kick.
It's crazy to have one person that can throw the ball in 40 yards, but to have two, unheard of.
Possibly more. When 2 is all we've seen.
Yeah. Silly us.
Another corner kick here. Which, I don't know if you'd rather have a throw-in or a corner kick.
I feel at this point throwing, but I'm surprised Salem's not committing more numbers forward here. They got 3 guys back.
Maybe that's part of the confusion. God, we got to stop
Yeah,
saying that word. An exciting game here at SEBO Stadium. 10 minutes left to go. 4-3. After being up 2-0, Salem is facing a 1-goal deficit. They're missing number 22. Jake Davis, the freshman, went out with a little bit of a hip injury in the first half, and they're missing Cade Pasco. And I think, Dan, the turning point in the game is when I said that I thought that West Branch would be winning if you talked to us at the beginning of the game with their record and making it for myself. Player of the game, me.
It's actually, it's fun to joke about, but you're not wrong. As soon as you made that comment,
It
Uncle
just,
Mo switched.
Look, it just seems like every ball is going to a white jersey.
Das Boot.
That is a definition Das
Yeah.
Boot. Not a fan of the gray lines, but I'm sure they didn't want to go with yellow on the.
Das Boot.
Hopefully, Henry's somewhere in his mind going, I just heard a Das Boot.
Feels a change in the air. Looks up.
Is that another Phil Collins reference?
That's my last one.
We could just start quoting the Tarzan soundtrack. Ooh.
Ooh.
What? Interesting. for the hit. He got an extra 10 yards of space. Well played there. Who's that? 16. It's Nathan Legros. So is he the player in the back that's playing it up? No, that he is not.
He is getting ready to right now, yes.
No, 16 was the guy who just fell.
Nope, 6.
Nope, 6. Okay.
Oh, my goodness.
How does that keep happening? And you're right. I was off with all the numbers. But how? One in the middle of the field by Salem. They've got the ball looking forward. There's no one really to pass it to, unfortunately. Oh, tried to Cruyff, couldn't quite get it. Stuck with it, and has it. Nice turn, feeling the pressure, playing the way you face. This is some good soccer here. This is seems more like an 11-3 team. But going through the tackle, it's what you teach them. It's another one there. I don't think I would play that ball in. He had nobody around him. He had a lot of space, and he had some
No,
numbers here on the near side.
I think that's one of those balls you just want to play because it's perfectly rolling to you. You just want to hit it one time.
Could also be a fatigue ball where you don't feel like running or making decisions.
Probably
Just
more so than anything else.
well, I got one more. There's 6.5 minutes to go. Still a 1-goal game.
Oh, it hit the veil. For the first time it's happened this year.
Man, remember I said that?
Yeah. It only
Yeah.
took till the 8th week for it to happen.
I'm not sure why they're just booting it. They do have a player up there with space. He could probably run off a little bit more time than that, but the game plan has been set.
I like that goalie throw right there.
Yeah, that's
I think you're right. I think Salem's getting a little bit tired because they were definitely playing way more direct with the ball than they were earlier.
2-0 is the most dangerous score in soccer,
Yeah.
and today's an example of it. I wonder how much the heat in the first half affected Salem,
Which are very odd.
or possibly West Branch.
Yeah. And next week's going to be way colder. 30 degrees colder as high, so that's a good point.
Looking for a sub here. Xander Culbertson coming back in for the Warriors. I think so far, just about everybody has been as advertised.
Yeah.
Lance Bailey has had a couple of fantastic goals. Troy Gibson had a nice goal. Some of the great defensive play here by the Salem Quakers. On the other side, West Branch, 4 different goal scorers and 4 goals. Everybody kind of pitching in, making it a team effort.
Number 16, does he have 3 assists on the night, though?
That's a good question. I'd have to ask their coach on that one. If he does, I'd have to give him player of the game, right?
That's where I was getting at with that.
Let's see here. He has the first one and the second one.
And the one off the head.
Third, yeah. And he's playing a pretty good defensive game. Any goal that they've gotten has been on free kick with or a throw in with
Right.
Bailey just happened to be more athletic and jumping over people or kicking it around people. I wonder as a referee when you see, ooh, that had to hurt. When you see the VO camera, you know you're going somewhere with a huddle, or when we're here, YSN's here. Do you get a little nervous? I know players you have to.
Right.
Coaches you have to. Do referees?
I mean, I don't think so. I don't think they're thinking about that because
No, you got
I
it.
think they get equally ridiculed no matter whether there's cameras here or not during the game. So
True. And I think he's had a pretty good game. There's a little stretch there where it got a little wild, but referee has been on top of things. Nothing that affects the outcome of the game. Just as I say it, right? Looks like 22. Or is that a 12?
that's a double 2. Double deucer.
22, that's Bryce Berry getting the yellow card, stopping the clock with 3 and change. And as much as this felt like this has been West Branch's second half, this has been all them, it's a 1-goal game.
Yeah.
They get a goal here. They've showed that both teams showed that they can score quickly.
Good numbers.
Oh,
I was there.
I know both coaches are going to work on defensive free kicks, staying back with the guys after the ball's kicked. Wonder.
What's the referee doing over there?
Not 100% sure. Incensing the fans is what he's doing.
Bring him out. Bring him out.
It's hard to yell.
This is going to be a frenzied last 2 minutes of the game here.
Yes, it is. And this is going to be a heck of a run by Xander Culbertson because he's going to get to it. Again, a fatigue shot. He probably could have controlled it, made a pass, kept possession.
Right.
Just a little bit tired and said, I'm going to hit and hope.
That was like a time-wasting shot.
So far, both teams have had heck of, like, their kicks are dangerous. Their throw-ins are dangerous. This is a goal. Unbelievable stop.
That was a great stop.
Salem goalkeeper Colin Risen coming out, stopping that one. I thought for sure that was a goal. And that's a great ball out. Oh, just an unfortunate touch. That's a good ball, too. Number 7 playing it in. That's Gavin Clemens.
If you're Salem, you're frantically trying to win the ball back, but
Under a
West
minute,
Branch
yeah.
has had it for the past minute or so.
Out for a throw. Westbrook. Oh, unfortunate. Didn't mean to. Drills the guy in the back of the head. Good sportsmanship, but with 37 seconds left, they're going to stop the clock. Which I've never seen before when the ball just got out. Like, that's a weird one for me.
It's like we've said that a lot today.
It's a nice win, 27 seconds. Could this be the finish of finishes for Salem?
Salem always got a couple numbers up the field. Surprising.
I really
Take a
thought
yellow card here as a goalie, right?
No, just give it Das Boot and call it a day.
I take the yellow card, then give it to Das Boot.
All right, and that's all she wrote here from the SeaBo Stadium in Salem. Fans going crazy. 4-3 West Branch Warriors. 4 different goal scorers, possibly a 3-assist day for Mr. Nathan Legros, the senior number 16 defender. Amazing game, amazing night. Dan, any closing thoughts?
I think you covered everything very well. Glad to be here to watch this.
Me too. So from us at Steel Valley Soccer, tune in Thursday for our game, Berkshire at Champions Girls. Thanks again. Have a good night.